Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're doing my Indiana Pacers season predictions, previews, whatever you guys want to call it. Let's get into it. I want to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. What do you guys expect from the Indiana Pacers this year? What we're going to do? I mean, this is a team that I think their ceiling is like the fifth or sixth seed. I think they're at least, if they're not a playing team, it's a disappointment. Tyrese Halliburton's a dog. All right, this is a good team that I thoroughly do enjoy watching. And with more and more time, I feel like we're getting an up close look at what they can be. This super athletic transition team that Rick Carlisle clearly is having fun coaching, and it's going to be good. So let's get right into today's video. Let's talk about the roster, their current roster. What the expected starting lineup is: Tyrese Halliburton, Bruce Brown, Benedict Mathurin, Obi Toppin, and Miles Turner, we assume, unless you think Benedict Mathurin will come off the bench and Buddy Hield will start. But I think starting should be Tyrese Halliburton by the end of the season. Tyrese Halliburton, Bruce Brown, Benedict Mathurin, Obi Toppin, and Miles Turner, with the first five guys off the bench probably being TJ McConnell, Buddy Hield, Andrew Nembhard, Jarris Walker, and Jalen Smith. Then you have Ben Shepherd, Aaron Nesmith, Jordan Nwora, Isaiah Jackson, and Daniel Tice as your 15-man players. And then Oscar Schwebe, Kendall Brown, and Isaiah Wong are all your 3 two-ways. Darius McGee, Pedro Bradshaw, Jordan Bell, and Craig Sword all are probably going to get waived and put on the G League team, but that's going to be your Indiana Pacers roster this year. And they went 35-47 last year. I think this is a 41-plus win team. They did a great job bringing in Bruce Brown on that 2-year, $45 million deal, but it's really a 1-year deal because if they don't like him, they can move him at the deadline or they can move him next offseason. Jarris Walker was a great draft pick. This guy's like Paul Millsap on crack. Then you got yourself. You also have Mojave King, who I believe Mojave King might be a draft and stash right now. They just told them, because Mojave King, did he sign an NBA contract? I'm very confused because he's not being listed on here. Yeah, so Mojave King to be overseas draft and stash. So he's open to playing on a 2-way deal, but they clearly don't want him on a 2-way deal, so they're sending him overseas. And yeah, so when I look at this team, they traded away Chris Duarte, and they gave Tyrese Halliburton that 5-year, almost $206 million deal. By the way, Kendall Brown's coming back from that right tibia surgery, so it'll be interesting. Now, some people are going to be like, they overpaid for Bruce Brown, and yes, that deal's lucrative, but it's short. They also got Obi Toppin, who's could be a high-level starter for only 2 second-round picks, and they also were able to get draft compensation from the Wizards for letting them move up to draft Bilal Coulibaly. And you know, Jarris Walker is like, someone wrote right here, he's the hard-nosed Kelvin Sampson finishing school at Houston. So I feel that. Ben Shepherd and Isaiah Wong are 2 guys that I really like. So Indiana is doing a really good job of building around Mr. Tyrese Halliburton. And because now you got yourself right here at the center position, Miles Turner with Jalen Smith, Isaiah Jackson probably being the primary backups, and then Schwebe there, and as well as Daniel Tice. Then you got Obi Toppin, Jarris Walker, Jordan Nwora being the power forwards, and a little bit of Aaron Nesmith. Hopefully by the end of the year, Jarris Walker's the starter. Then Benedict Mathurin, if he isn't starting at small forward, by the end of the year he should be. Buddy Hield could be the starter there. You also have Aaron Nesmith, Ben Shepherd, Andrew Nembhard, and Bruce Brown who could back him up. Then Bruce Brown can play 1 through 5 basically, and he's just going to be there. And then you have TJ McConnell and Ben Shepherd and Buddy Hield as potential backups for Tyrese Halliburton. Again, it's not a bad squad. It's a squad that I actually genuinely have enjoyed watching and think that there's a lot of potential for this roster to be, I guess one would say, better, or to, I think the idea is there's a lot of ways that they can improve this roster, and I think they're leaving them the door open for a lot of flexibility, which I think is going to be really smart in the long run. But I have definitely grown to enjoy this team. I think one of the things that they're going to have to overcome is this team doesn't have a lot of shooting. Like, but outside of Buddy Hield, like, let me take that back. Tyrese Halliburton, good shooter. Bruce Brown, he can shoot the three, but he's inconsistent. Buddy Hield, so Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield are their only snipers, and Miles Turner. So they have 3 snipers on this team. Obi Toppin, Benedict Mathurin, Bruce Brown, TJ McConnell are their next best shooters, who none of them you would say is super consistent. You would say that they're kind of like shaky 3-point shooters, but they'll still shoot it. Ben Shepherd, the jury's out. Same thing with Jordan Nwora. Aaron Nesmith's supposed to be a good 3-point shooter, but that skill hadn't translated from Vanderbilt. It still hasn't translated, but like maybe this is the year that it does translate and proves us all wrong. I mean, I don't think so, but you can never rule out being surprised. So for me, I think that's the big thing right there is 3-point shooting. But this is a team that's going to be athletic. They're going to beat you in transition, and that's where they're gonna kill you and make their money. So that for me is the biggest part, because I do think that this is a team that very well could go ahead and be one of the surprises this coming year and be like, I don't know, a team that at least ruins a couple teams' seasons, at least. That's how I kind of see it. I really do think that the Indiana Pacers have a great roster that they should continue to try to take advantage of and beat teams with their athleticism, with their youth. And a lot of these players are just going to be guys who can get out and transition, not only on offense, but also stop transition on defense, which I think is like something that people don't realize is highly underrated. So for me, I think that's a skill that people need to pay attention to and understand, like, hey, this is stuff that like people are looking for and like are like desiring in the modern NBA. So I'm quite curious to hear everybody's comments down below in the comment section. If there was anything else you guys would have liked to have heard from me, let me know, because I'm more than willing to always go back and revisit something that you guys feel like wasn't thoroughly discussed or should have been more like fleshed out. I'm always keen. I actually have to make another Blazers video because we Rob Will just got traded there, so we'll probably, do a Blazers video. So yeah, I want to hear your guys' opinions down below. That's basically gonna be it for me. If you made it this far, you clearly like my videos. We're on the way to 20,000 subscribers, so if you guys would want to help support the channel, hitting that subscribe button would mean the world. But besides that, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. We're on the way, and yeah, again, guys, I don't know what else I'd talk about right now, because I feel like at that point I would just be stealing your time and be wasting it. So have a good one. Bye.